Welcome to Selectory, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the 10 best movies of 2021. As we head into the new year, it's worth remembering the good things that happened over the last year. One of those was that, after a difficult time, movie theaters finally came back. With exciting new movies released, audiences were able to enjoy the incredible experience of watching them on the big screen. And among the movies that made it to the screen, there was something for everyone, from blockbusters to sci-fi epics, musicals to dramas, thrillers to oddities. Against all odds, films proved to be more alive than ever before. As you'll see in our list of the best movies of 2021, there were a lot of surprises last year. Number 10, Nomadland. If there was an award for the most contrasting films of 2021, it would go to Chloe Zhao. She is a filmmaker who has made two massively different movies, Eternals, a Marvel superhero movie that many fans loved and many hated, and Nomadland, a film that has received universal praise and is currently leading the awards race. In this movie there are no exploding volcanoes or space battles. It's just a beautiful soundtrack and a storyline about a woman roaming the country, in the aftermath of a financial catastrophe. Fern, played by Frances McDormand, has been living a nomadic lifestyle and traveling from place to place. There have been many touching moments as she finds companionship and odd jobs along the way. Nomadland is a reflective film, peaceful in its outlook. It has an intimate rapport with its audience, much like The Rider. However, it has more lightness and warmth, thanks to its real-life nomad cast. Not only is the film contemplative in nature, but also expansive in scope. It's no wonder this film swept the Oscars. Number 9, Palm Springs. A new addition to the time loop film genre is Palm Springs, which borrows from the most recent classics, such as Groundhog Day. This time, however, it is done with a twist that brings new life to the old idea that has been copied again and again. Director Max Barbakow does an excellent job of weaving in scientific elements to the story, thanks in part to the help of theoretical physicist, Clifford V. Johnson. The story itself is one of love and comedy, but it's also believable and charming. The central relationship feels so convincing in amongst all the sci-fi and reality. The skillful directing by Barbakow, and the effortless chemistry between Samberg and Milioti, as well as a trip to a world with dinosaurs, makes this film triumphant. Number 8, Minari. Getting back to the original, it's pronounced Minari. It's a weed that purifies the ground and water. Lee Isaac Chung's mini-masterpiece is all about connections, like those that root us deep in our surroundings. In this tender drama, a Korean-American family move to a tiny Arkansas farm to pursue their own take on the American dream. They are provided with obstacles by their grandma, Ye Yoon, who provides an enjoyable performance. Minari chooses not to do grandstanding, but instead to paint a tender portrait of cultural assimilation. Watching the film, you notice so much: the performances, the cinematography, the score. But what really stands out is Chung's generosity of spirit. You can tell he cares about his characters and the world they live in. This movie is small-scale but big-hearted. Number 7, The Mitchells vs. the Machines. Sony Pictures Animation is back at it again with their latest release, a spiritual successor to the Spider-Verse. With their warm and irreverent humor, they are sure to win over viewers all over again. The film tells the story of a dysfunctional family who finds themselves in a robot apocalypse, and features an electric visual style, constant laughter, and a father-daughter storyline that will have viewers shedding tears. This new film has some of the DNA of the cult hit Scott Pilgrim, and delivers plenty of laughs with a Furby-centric set piece that ranks among the funniest in its genre. The heartstrings are constantly tugged by the Mitchell clan, who are the secret weapon of this movie. The Mitchells vs. the Machines is an excellent road trip film that you'll want to take again and again. Number 6, Another Round. We've never seen anything like the way Thomas Vinterberg portrays alcohol in this movie. It simultaneously mixes tragic and comedic moments, portraying breakdowns and death but also climaxing with joyous dance sequences. Thoughtful and unique, the movie presents a subject matter from so many perspectives, without hitting you over the head with morality lessons. Mads Mikkelsen is a terrific actor and a terrific person, which is why it's no surprise to see him in a role like this. In Another Round, he plays a middle-aged school teacher who's going through an intense midlife crisis. His colleagues Tommy, Peter, and Nikolai also capture the audience's attention with their incredible performances. Whether you've had your own experiences with alcohol or not, it's important to understand the significance behind it. It's provocative, it can be funny, sad, or any number of emotions. Alcohol has the capacity to provoke all sorts of feelings. The movie won an Oscar for Best International Feature Film, deservedly so. It's captivating and affects the audience more than most films. Number 5, Sound of Metal. Film reviews rarely call out sound designers, but Nicholas Becker's extraordinary work on this movie deserves all the plaudits, as it puts you inside the head of heavy metal drummer, Ruben. One day he realizes his hearing is deteriorating, but what's worse is that he's losing his raison d'etre. Sound of Metal is about more than just oral pleasure. It grips the viewer with its drama, and presents a persuasive argument for not perceiving deafness as a disability. That the film's theme about embracing life, no matter what it throws at you, never seems trite is thanks to Martyr's sensitively written script, and Riz Ahmed's stellar performance. Ahmed convincingly displays the arc of emotion from anger and disbelief, to understanding. Hitting on a trite premise, the film actually transforms into something moving and true. It is built around heavy metal, but there is so much soul. Number 4, West Side Story. In the movie, Steven Spielberg was able to indulge his dream of directing a musical. The vitality of these set pieces shines through in their choreography, music, and cinematography. Spielberg has made them seem like they come straight from his subconscious. The show-stopping scenes are gorgeously executed and are full of color. Even the camera work is graceful and cinematic. Beyond the technical mastery and shining songs, West Side Story is packed with breakout performances. Riff, played by Mike Faust, has magnetic charisma that's impossible to ignore. Rachel Zegler is an absolute delight in her role as love-struck Maria. And Ariana DeBose steals the show in her triple threat of talent. Add in a script that resonates with the reality of race relations in America, a great performance by the legendary Rita Moreno, and a multicultural approach to bilingualism, and you have a powerful successor to a classic film. It's both thrilling and joyous to see Spielberg so invigorated at this stage of his career. And really, what could be better than giving one of the greatest directors of all time some freedom to direct one of the most iconic musicals ever made? Number 3, Dune. Denis Villeneuve's Dune may have the answer to what's been missing in our lives. The film begins with a half hour of beautiful, gripping scenery that will stay with you for longer than you might expect. It is a visually impressive feat that takes us on an incredible journey through Caladan and Gedi Prime. It dazzles the senses, envelops the viewer completely, and takes them on a cinematic experience through Frank Herbert's universe. A sweeping space opera tinted with art house sensibility, the film is less concerned with its action set pieces, and instead focuses on absorbing every detail. Villeneuve's take on Dune is not just a feast for the eyes. Herbert's notoriously dense book has been distilled by Villeneuve into a fast-paced adventure, packed with backstabbing nobles, sprawling battles, and samurai swordplay. With its complicated story and beautiful shots, this film has something for everyone. The movie can be enjoyed as a sci-fi work of art, as a coming-of-age story, as a Shakespearean tragedy, or as a musing on messianic theology. It doesn't matter whether your preference is for popcorn entertainment or thought-provoking film. Number 2, The Father. It's the ending that will likely stick with you long after the credits roll. The Father doesn't offer any pat answers about the brutal blight of Alzheimer's. Instead, it portrays a deterioration that has never turned around, which is sure to be tough for some viewers to watch. But the film offers an empathetic and unflinchingly honest depiction of a condition that affects so many people. Anthony Hopkins is a complex character in this drama. As he slides through the kaleidoscope of his emotions, he longs for the past and tries to cling to the present. The genius of this play is that first-time director, Florian Zeller, forces us to get deep into the mind of his character for 97 minutes. Zeller changes up the scenery and the characters, and we must fumble for clues just as he does. It can be a tough watch, but it's an essential one. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 1, Spider-Man No Way Home. The Marvel movie Endgame has become an international sensation. One of the most memorable moments is when Steve Rogers lifts Mjolnir, and the entire theater erupts in cheers. This moment is especially significant because it captures a rare and fleeting experience, joy and camaraderie. It's hard to tell you anything about the new Spider-Man film without spoiling it, but let's just say that it gives the audience many incredible moments, designed to stimulate floods of dopamine in the collective nerd consciousness. In a world that is constantly changing, it's important to stay current and have a sense of humor. That's what No Way Home does so well. It combines villains from the 2000s, with those from the 2010s and the less loved Spider-Man movies in order to create a multiversal brew. Although it doesn't have a perfect score, it still does a very good job of getting Peter Parker and Doctor Strange in the heart of all the mayhem. This movie is a heartfelt, nostalgic tribute to the precious franchise that everyone will want to watch again and again. Laughing and crying together with family and friends, this movie will be remembered for many years to come. We hope that you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos just like this one. And thank you so much for watching.